With another episode of 7 Days to Die Mods Weekly, the show will help figure out what mods are good for you. And this week, as you can see, we are doing something a little differently. We are covering the Borderlands overhaul. This was an overhaul that was released out in Alpha 17. And the reason I'm covering it is because I would love to see this brought to Alpha 20, but the mod author, Rucky, does not have a lot of experience with textures and stuff. A lot of the coding that they've already completed, but they need help with textures. So I'm doing this video. Hopefully some of you guys know how to do textures or something like that. I've got a link in the description for the Discord. So if you guys want to get in there, maybe help Rucky bring this to Alpha 20 or Alpha 21, that would be awesome because I do love this overhaul. But I also love Alpha 17. I'm weird like that. But you see, we have just a cool little splash screen here that says Borderlands, you will die, seriously. I'm going to go ahead and click new game and I'll meet you guys in game. Alright folks, so here we are, we're in game. You see we have something different. It says, welcome back Agent, Act 1, A Rude Awakening. Please read the instructions below the intro story. They are important this time. This is not your usual 7 Days to Die mod this time. Really. If you have any questions or you want to get more info about this mod, please join us at Rucky's Borderlands Discord, which again will be in the description. It says, good morning. If you are reading this note, then you are up and on your feet. That's good. Many others were not so lucky. The pain in your head and the memory loss are the effects of the therapy you received in stasis and should wear off quickly. I apologize for not meeting with all of you to explain in person, as my news may come as a shock. It was just over 2 years ago that the first news reports of a deadly flu-like virus sweeping like wildfire through parts of Asia and South America began appearing. Strange stories began to circulate of clinically deceased victims opening their eyes and attacking those around them, sometimes as soon as 60 minutes after death. To make matters worse, not only were those bitten or exposed to bodily fluids likewise infected, the disease then jumped to several wild and domestic animal species. Within 5 months, the National Department for Disease Control identified the virus as cerebral hemorrhagic reactive immune virus, CRE, or as it later became known, brainpox, which is a much better name. Before the loss of global communication, the international science community was able to identify a natural antibody occurring in a tiny fraction of almost all world populations. With little time left, many of the world's governments turned to DNA samples from their elite national armies, intel security forces, along with doctors, chemists, and engineers, and a new scientific organization was formed out of the best people, Hyperion. It's from this DNA pool that you were chosen. Now, this all explains why I'm here, but I would guess you are wondering how you fit into all of this. What's identified as an antibody carrier, agents, as they became to be known, were put into stasis and given near superhuman conditioning. You and agents in the camp you are currently in came from the last 5 remaining agent stasis centers still in communication before all lines went silent. We have no reason to believe they are still alive. Currently verified intel indicates that our last operating or research facility claimed to be closed to a came to be close to a full vaccine. Hyperion Research 4 has a test facility in this valley. Get yourself equipped, get your gear in order, and find those scientists like the world depends on it. Because it does. Agent Rucky, Hyperion HQ out. So you see, the intro is a lot different. It actually has a pretty interesting kind of story part, which I kind of like having stuff like that. But then we also have a neat little note that says, important note about this mod. First, you are not in a hurry. Till 1400, you have a new player protection activated that lasts for 30 minutes in total, where no zombie can kill you. In the top right corner, you will see your active mission. It showcases crafting a stone axe. So do this. Your luggages and boxes and bags will come to you later. Promised. After completing that super important quest, no joke, you receive the next big tip. Again, read it carefully. And that's one thing I really like about this, is a lot of overhauls kind of gloss over some stuff. But this one actually does give you a little bit more into what you're wanting to do with this overhaul in general, which I kind of like. I like that it actually has a story direction it's pushing you towards, which some do, some don't. It's kind of a hit or miss. Like, some people say that Darkness Falls has a story, but it's not really one that jumps out and grabs you by the haunches, like this one does for me at least. I gotta find another stone so we can show you guys. There's a stone here. Now, like I said before, normally I wouldn't do overhauls like this. I would at least, try to pick up or do a little playthrough or something. But this one has enough that I can show in the first few minutes that I really think you guys are going to enjoy if I could find another damn stone. Here we go. Plus, also, I don't know why, but these old alphas really just grabbed me so much more than the current Alpha 20. I don't know why. I love the look of this more than anything. But now we got our material, so now we're going to go ahead and craft a stone axe. Craft. Craft. There we go. So, here we go. So now it says, please read the instructions. They are again important. This is not your usual 7 days to die mod here. I am really serious. Okay, agent. This area was cleaned through one of our last remaining drones, so you should be safe until 1400 until you move out of the safety zone. So don't stress yourself, get in touch with the surroundings. 1, you might have noticed that you got promoted to level 35 with 50 skill points. Be ready to be assigned. Wow, man, I have a hard time reading. 2, you also got a strange new note with a Hyperion confidential logo over the whole paper. Read it as it might be important. Yes, it is. That's your action skill. Next, put all Hyperion equipment, boxes, cases, and bags down and open the locks through bashing them with a stone axe. 4, then repair anything which isn't full condition. Nope, we got your equipment stored from old warehouses and modify them with mods to put in your equipment. 5, again, don't forget to activate your action skill. Putting 1 skill point into it will also assign other skill points in how you see fit. Now it says important info about the quality ranges. Global quality colors. Gray is broken, white is common, green is uncommon, blue is rare, purple is epic, orange is legendary, cyan is ultra legendary, and in between these ranges, most all stats on guns and mods are randomized within a plus or minus 20% span. So that means a few newly found blue weapon is most different to a blue weapon you already have in your backpack. So you could have better or worse, and it's the same from different manufacturers and stuff. So keep in mind that. Weapon manufacturers. There exist 6 manufacturers in Borderlands as of yet, each having the same type of weapons, but they differ in their stats, having bonus and mostly also... having Bonnie and mostly also Mally on them. I'm not sure what those two are supposed to be, but... so we've got the Fun Pimps, like the most common manufacturer in the world, and uses a base compared to against. It can be converted into Jacob's Dowel or a bandit weapon. So Jacob's weapons have higher base damage, but more recoil and worse accuracy, but also has a headshot perk bonus of +2. And this all matches up closely with the Borderlands games if you've ever played those. Dahl's the best base accuracy, but worse stat otherwise, has a run and gun geek perk. Wow, I'm such a hard time talking. Has a run and gun perk bonus of +2. Bandit, highest base magazine size and rounds per minute firing rate, but worse other stats, but has an automatic weapons perk of +2. Torque, explosive weapons, enough said. Yes, really bad accuracy, but explosive weapons, so, And then the Malwane is elemental, so you get like fire, lightning, ice, stuff like that. And they all will either slow, stun, or cause damage over time, and some do a combination of all of those. Let's go ahead and click continue, and then now we've got boxes we need to load down. There we are. And now we're going to smack these with our handy dandy axe, and it's going to give us some armor and stuff. Armor and mods, as you see, which is kind of nice. And we're going to smack this. And this will give us some weapons or some tools, a wrench and an axe. Then we're going to smack this, and this will give us our weapons. We'll see. So we got a machete, a pistol, shotgun, and an SMG. We got a Dahl SMG, a Jacobs shotgun, a Jacobs pistol, and just a normal machete. Go ahead and open our medical bag, and we got some good medical equipment. And this will give us some good food and stuff. And honey for infections. So that says, please read below the story. They are important again. This is not usually, so we've already read that one. It says, all right, agent. Your next order is to find one of our local Hyperion agents. We have marked your map, the nearest White River outpost location. There you will find a trader where you can buy and sell goods. Also, you can buy and sell about anything on Marcus vending machine in the world. If they look like player ones or standard ones, doesn't matter. They all work identical. Talk to the trader agent and get your next objective. Hyperion HQ out. More important infos. Elemental bonus and effects only on Malwayan weapons or when installed from elemental crystals as gun mods. Ice, this is what we were talking about earlier. So it says ice, this is the most common of the elementals you will find. It is the least powerful one. It can freeze, stop, normal, and tank your zombies, but scouts will most likely ignore it. Electric, a pure upgrade to ice variant, more powerful, will shock and stop any sort of non-livings. Best usage during horde attacks or multiple enemies. Fire, let the world burn. You've been in the burnt forest. You also want that power to enlighten others. They get fire elementals. This has damage bonus. So both of those two, actually the last three do damage over time, but electric slows and does damage over time, which is nice. So does the ice a little bit to a lesser extent. And then toxic, pure upgrade to fire, the most powerful element, but only short stopping power. On the other side, you shouldn't need many bullets either. Zombies and other enemies. You will face different kinds of enemies. Wildlife, snakes, anacondas, wolves, dogs, bears, vultures, fast and slow, small and big ones. Scout zombies, very fast zombies, but with less damage and less hit points. One headshot should be enough. Standard zombies, nothing special about them besides they're just better. And they would get angry if they hit too much, which is just, normal zombies do. Then tankier zombies, very slow but high damage and high hit points. You will find a few shots from even your best guns, which is true. There are some that it's going to take you a lot to take down. And then the boss zombies, rocket shooting, gun shooting, vomiting, fire explosive, invisible. From small to giant size, there's a lot out there. And those things are a pain in the ass. The boss zombies will wreck your crap if you're not prepared or paying attention. Ooh. I gotta loot this. So there we go. I hear a snake around here too somewhere. There's a snake over there. So we have a ways to go to get to the trader, but before we do that, I'm just going to kind of show you. So we have the high confidential action skill. So when you read this, pops up, says, welcome agent. Now choose your action skill from these personalities. We have Axon the Commando, so you can get a deployable auto turret. You have Salvador the Gunzerker, guns blazing with unlimited ammo. Brick as himself, indestructible, berserking with fists, and then these last ones have not been added in yet. So once we accept this, we're going to get a little pillbox. So then we're going to go recipes. I'm going to do Axton's just because I like it. Craft. And then we're going to do use. So now in 5 seconds, once we let that pass, I'm going to go ahead and come in here to skills, go to action skills, go to perk, and I'm going to buy this. And then once the cooldown is done, we should get the weapon in our inventory. So by the time I can get over to the trader and everything and bring you guys back in, we will have the action skill. I can show you guys what it looks like, have some of these other weapons and stuff set to go, and some zombies and stuff around. So I'll see you guys when we get to the trader. All right, folks, here we are. We are at the trader. We have our little auto turret item getting ready to be laid down and tested. But now, since we are at the trader, we're going to run inside real quick, and we're going to talk to the trader, and then we are going to read the next part, and then we will show off a few more things. You have any jobs? We'll say clear some zombies. Yes. Quest completed. Meet the local Hyperion agent. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Here we are. So now it says, well done, agent. We have given you some new tech equipment, Hyperion tech equipment, that should help you defend your temporary base camps. You will find pallets full of resources, 2 self-powered turrets, an Amazine TM laptop for sending requests for ammo supplies in exchange for coins, a Hyperion vehicle box with the latest zombie-proof motorcycle, and an AK-47 with some ammo. Check your inventory. Also for a new quest from local Hyperion agent. This is your new priority objective. Hyperion HQ out. And then now it talks about the action skills. This is for the moment there are 3 different class personalities implemented. They will explain later in patches. So Axton the Commando, again, we get the deployable auto turret that is self-powered, has unlimited ammo, high accuracy, and long range, depending upon your skill level. And it uses a defensive skill, which is great for if you're on like a horde night, or if there's a whole bunch of animals and stuff, or a whole bunch of zombies and stuff around you. But it also says use a defensive skill to get another shooter or a safe retreat option. Additional skills will be ammo and health regeneration during action skill time. Salvador the Gunslinger. This ability shapes your gunning skills. Higher accuracy, exceptional recoil reduction with unlimited ammo. This is a pure aggressive skill. Additional skills will be health upon killing something and increasing damage output while being wounded during action skill time. And then Brick the Bloodlust Berserker. During the Bloodlust Berserking, you will get near invulnerability, extreme fist damage, super fast reflexes and speed, and full healing afterwards. This is even more a very aggressive skill, though you can use it to flee at high speed or even a few jumps on rooftops. Additional skills will be higher XP through killing and other looting quality during action skill time. And then other ones that aren't done yet. And then we've got a nice little hint to increase our FPS if you need it. So now we have about a minute left for our action skill, which is fine. We're going to come down here and show off some vehicles that the mod brings in. So we've got a cool little quad here. We've got a little pedo gyro. Nice little helicopter. We have the monster beetle, which I like that model. Then we have this car, which is just funny. And then a slightly stronger 4x4. And then the monster car. I actually really like this one. We're going to gas it up a little bit. I just love the way this thing looks. Hey, come on. Back up. I love the way this thing looks. It just looks so good. Being able to see these brought up into the new alphas, I think would be just freaking awesome. Look at that thing continue to go. But one of my favorite things is this helicopter is the easiest in the world to fly, if I can get inside of it. Because up takes you up, and forward takes you forward. There's no tilting or anything like that. It literally just, it flies how I've wanted every other vehicle. Back takes you back, forward takes you forward, up takes you up, C takes you down. It's just, it's stupid simple to fly. I love it. It is just, I wish every flying vehicle was like that. I hate the tilting and stuff of the normal gyrocopters in the current alphas. It just bugs me. But then we also have some weapons to test. So we've got those that we're just going to throw up there. But we've also got the Malayan Ice, Electro, Fire, and Toxic, because I want you guys to see the difference between them. So we're going to use this guy here as a test. I'm going to turn on God mode so we can see his health. And then we're going to shoot this dude with the Ice one. And we're going to unfreeze the AI real quick. See, it's a little bit of damage over time, not slowing him down too much though. Now we have the electric one. Well, that took her out right out. See, now that's got them stunned, a little bit more damage per second than the ice one. We hit him with the fire. Hey. The ticks are coming a little bit faster. Damage is a little bit less per tick, but the ticks are happening a lot faster than the lightning, or than the electric. And then the corrosion, or the caustic one, toxic, a lot more damage per tick, and ticks happening a lot faster. So those are the Malwayans. That's one of the cool things I like about them, is they're great, you know, for tagging a target and then kind of running away, especially the lightning, just because it gives you that you know, stun them chance. And then we have this here Torque SMG that goes boom. Look at that. Don't really have to be too accurate with it, do you? And as you see, it's not really damaging the ground. It's clearing out all the grass, which, so you want to build a base somewhere, you can do this just to clear out the grass. I love that. But now that we got our little turret ready, we're going to come over here. We do have, well, we did have, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Might have run away. We had a boss over here I wanted to show you guys, but that's okay. We'll spawn it back in. The fire boss. Look at that health. 1,800 health. We're going to go ahead and go out of God mode. Set our turret down. And watch it just go to town on the zombies around us. If you're wondering why it's still shooting over that towards those zombies, they're down but not dead. So, look at it just wasting them. Hey, don't hit me. Checking out that big one there. Check out that big boy. There you go. And look at it just shred that boss. Yes. Come on, turret. Yeah. And if we were to just unfreeze the AI and let everything run in around us, it would just absolutely lay waste. It'll take out animals and stuff too, which is fantastic. Until it turns around and shoots me. What the hell, man? And then see, there we go again. Just right back in our inventory. So we can put it down there again. And then this is the tech package, and this is the kill some zombies quest. But first we're going to freeze the AI. Did not mean to hit escape again. And then read. So Agent, your job is just beginning. Now for the next orders, we need a bit more discreet, as there are not only bandits but also hostile agents around. Read the notes. Read on to get more info on your new objective. Hello, Agent. As already said, for the next orders, we need to be a bit more discreet, as there are not only bandits but also hostile agents around. So do some jobs for the local trader, and you will receive some code fragments every now and then, which you can decipher with your equipment when you do have enough of them. For our first try, let's see if you can take some action. Kill 100 zombies. And it says workstation. In this mod, you can use any workstation in the world, as all of them are in working condition, though in later patches they may need to be powered. On the other hand, you see yourself now only have very limited crafting capabilities in your backpack, but you already got a small workbench for finding the trader. It's in the Hyperion tech equipment. This workbench has about all the recipes you could craft prior in your backpack in a standard vanilla game. Picking the workbench up again is done by upgrading it, right mouse button with a stone axe on it. Base building and defending. Now first, let me say this really hard and clear, you don't need a base, and in later patches and versions when quests and maps get updated and available, you will travel from one end of the map to the very other through all biomes and lakes and over hills and mountains, and you will never, ever only build some temporary high defense camps. I'm sorry, that's all you will ever build. You won't actually build a full-on base, which is kind of cool. I don't really like always having to build a base. That's why I like the Wild West nomad lifestyle. For me, it was just so fun. And then with advanced workstations, when you do have the crafting materials for them and turrets for defense, you'll have at temporary bases. In turrets, there are 3 types, or 4 if you include Axion's turrets. There's self-powered turrets, which can be deployed and then picked up again everywhere. They don't need a power source yet. They might need a battery attached later. And then standard base turrets, they need a lot of power, so you need to add some solar banks or batteries or generators to them. They have better damage, better range, and rate of fire. And then Axis deployable turret is a special one. It's upgradable, doesn't need power, has always near unlimited ammo, and is the fastest and deadliest turret in the mod. And then manual self-powered turrets can be deployed and then picked up again everywhere. They don't need a power source but must be fired manually. Therefore, they have very high damage and rate of fire, and they need steel ammo. If you want to defend your base like a pro, you have to take it this way. And then, of course, there's a whole lot more here, as it says. This, of course, there is way more into this mod, but I'll leave it to you to discover. FE really epic weapons with special bonuses like Life Leech. Also, there are some base building blocks in the mod which can be used to your advantage. Hint, fortified iron bars which can be picked up again, and more. So you guys see, there is a ton in this mod. And this is the reason why we're doing a coverage like this, because this is not a mod that is in Alpha 20, which I would greatly love it to be. I would love to see this in Alpha 20, Alpha 21, and later, but the mod author needs help with textures. So if anybody knows how to do textures and is willing, again, there's a link in the description to the Discord. Please get in touch with the mod author and help bring this magnificent work to Alpha 20. But thanks for sticking around, folks. I hope you had fun. If you liked the episode, go ahead and like, subscribe if you aren't, but have fun, take it easy, and we will see you next time.